Watching this video will provide you with a concise summary of the most recent information regarding the market cap of XRP in relation to the cryptocurrency. For the purpose of assisting in the collection of additional information regarding the XRP issue, it would be extremely helpful if you could point to the proposal that Ripple and the SEC have collaborated on. The United States District Court for the Southern District of New York has received a proposal that was prepared through a collaborative effort between Ripple Labs and the United States Securities and Exchange Commission. In the presence of the judge, this proposition was presented. As an additional point of interest, the method places an emphasis on openness while simultaneously emphasizing the significance of maintaining anonymity during the resolution of conflicts. This ensures that the strategy will still be effective in the future. On March 19, 2024, a letter was delivered to Judge Annalisa Torres, in which the significance of a methodical and organized procedure for achieving a resolution was emphasized within the words of the letter. The letter was written with the judge in mind as the intended recipient. According to what is indicated in the letter, there is a deadline for the parties to submit and reveal any court documents that are associated with this subject. The high presumption of public availability is maintained throughout this discussion. The following statement was issued after considerable attention was given to the matter. After reaching a consensus, the parties agreed with the statement and achieved a mutual agreement. In the future, beginning with the meeting and consultation that took place on March 26, 2024, the objective is to make it possible for the general public to receive summaries of the parties involved in a straightforward and expedient manner. As part of its duties, the Securities and Exchange Commission is responsible for ensuring that the opening summary is made accessible to the general public in a format that does not impose any restrictions. On the other hand, this version will only include issues and supporting documents that have been agreed upon and are not regarded to be extremely secret or sensitive. Because of this, there will unquestionably be a greater degree of openness. The objection summary and related documentation that Ripple has prepared are scheduled to be submitted on April 22, 2024, according to the plan. The deadline for the filing of these documents is today, which is the official day. In spite of this, the documents will be accessible to the general public, unless the Securities and Exchange Commission is authorized to designate them as confidential or top secret. In this manner, it will be possible for everyone to obtain the most recent available updates, and the information will be kept a secret while they are working on it. On May 13, 2024, the resolution briefing materials will be submitted in the form of written petitions by both parties, as well as any third parties who are interested about the resolution. It is reasonable to anticipate that these websites will provide you with assertions, summaries, and tactics, in addition to evidence to back up those assertions. Throughout the course of the investigation, this collection of materials will serve as evidence of the meticulous manner in which sensitive information has been handled. As a consequence of this, we will initiate a discussion of the various methods that can be utilized to conceal papers and information, which will encompass a wide variety of options. As a result of this realization, we shall initiate this conversation. In situations in which you would like to make major remarks regarding the topic, it is recommended that you make use of a chronology that is suitably structured. It has been demonstrated that both parties are really dedicated to ensuring that their procedures are open and transparent at all times. At the same time that it provides the general public with an update on the situation, the chronology protects information that is considered sensitive. There is an additional advantage to the timeline. All the while, an individual who is a part of the XRP community named Bill Morgan is currently monitoring the case with an opinion that is drastically different from the others. Please be aware that the fact that the Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) disclosed contracts with institutions in response to does not always guarantee that the contracts would be made available to the general public. It is imperative that you comprehend this fact. It is important that you are aware of this information if you believe that the SEC was to blame. In a very important sense, this is. There is a risk that Ripple will attempt to conceal information from the SEC report that is regarded as being of a commercially sensitive nature. The planned dates for the submission of Ripple's opposing brief are the 22nd of April, and the response from the SEC is scheduled for the 6th of May. It is imperative that you are prepared to provide responses to each of these inquiries as part of your defense. James K. Vechain, who is a member of the council, was informed of the approaching deadlines via our communication. According to him, the Securities and Exchange Commission is anticipated to make its response public on May 6th, regardless of the judicial actions that are now taking place. Even if there has been an increase in trading volume, the value of XRP has decreased by 5.6% over the course of the past day. There is a possibility that this is due to the fact that the markets for cryptocurrencies have been persistently declining. In an effort to find a solution to the problem, both parties have, according to the most recent source, proposed the establishment of a shared ceiling of ceilings. This recommendation was extended in an effort to find a solution that worked for everyone. It is possible that one day, through the process of jointly filing with the SEC, all parties concerned will reach a consensus and resolve their differences. Our expectation is that Ripple will submit a remedy to the court that will solve the issues that will be faced by the impending ceiling on the number of files that are relevant to legal remedies. It is of the utmost importance that briefings be made available the earliest possible time, while at the same time allowing sufficient time to redact anything that may be required. On the 22nd of March, 2024, the Securities and Exchange Commission will submit the opening remedy brief while it is under seal. Such an occurrence is going to take place. With the intention of having a conversation on the possibility of editing, we have planned the event to take place on March 25th, 2024. Ripple will submit a redacted opposition brief between the 22nd of April and the 22nd of April and the 22nd of May. The Securities and Exchange Commission will present a public version of the document that has been modified. 24, and the deadline, unless the brief contains some material that is considered to be confidential. Within the rebuttal brief that is due on May 6, 2024, there will be representation from the Securities and Exchange Commission. 3 days after the initial brief is made available to the public on May 8, 2024, a version of the reply brief that has been redacted will be made available to the general public. Motions and ideas for redactions can be submitted by anybody, including parties from outside the organization, within the time limit that has been set. In addition, comments can be submitted by other parties. Finally, before the operation is finished, we are required to make any records that have been redacted public. In light of the fact that DSEC has asked additional time to conduct an analysis of Ripple's most recent financial records, what is the current status of the process? After much deliberation, we have come to the conclusion that the opening brief submission should be moved from its original date of March 13th to a different day. It is possible for the Securities and Exchange Commission to make use of recently obtained financial data in order to bolster its existing argument. It is possible that the perpetrator will receive a severe punishment this way. Ripple is required to submit its response brief by the 22nd of April. It is expected that the corporation will respond to the claims that have been made by the SEC and will restate its position on the matters that are relevant to alleged violations of securities laws from this document. Ripple has successfully met this deadline, which was given to them the opportunity. The Securities and Exchange Commission has until the 6th of May to submit a counterbrief during this time period. As a result of the movements of the market, the quantity of XRP that has been traded has climbed by $396 billion in total. This indicates that there have been significant shifts in the market, which is what this signifies. I would like to know the specifics of how it operates. Even though the price of coins has dropped to $582 in the 24 hours that have passed since they reached their all-time highs, investors are still enthusiastic about the golden cross pattern that the cryptocurrency has presented. After reaching its highest point, the price of the cryptocurrency started making a downward trend. Due to the fact that Bitcoin was the one who conceptualized the pattern, this is the final outcome. Any individual who is interested in investing have to be on the lookout for indications of weakness and the possibility of incurring monetary loss in the event that the price falls below $0.57. During the year 2024, the FinTech Breakthrough Award was bestowed upon Ripple Abs Inc., a business that provides payment services that are based on blockchain technology. The recipient of this award was recognized as having the best platform for processing international payments, as well as the best platform for financial infrastructure, respectively. The FinTech Breakthrough Awards were held in 2024, when Ripple was recognized for the tremendous achievements it has made in the field of financial technology. The FinTech Breakthrough Awards of 2024 gave prizes in 2 unique categories, the first of which was, first, to exceptional companies and individuals, and second,